नमस्कार, जय हिंद, जय भारत एंड वेलकम टू डेव टॉक्स। दिस इज़ आदि अचिंत। अफ्रीका, दिस इज़ अ डेस्टिनेशन जिसके बारे में हम लोग बहुत कम बात करते हैं क्योंकि इसके बारे में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज़ विद यू। लोगों के अंदर इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो लोग कम बात करते हैं इसके बारे में। बट जो मोदी जी ने पिछले कुछ समय में स्पेशली विद द G20 एंड कई चीज़ें करी हैं, द अपॉर्च्युनिटी फॉर अफ्रीका इज़ इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस। सो आई हैव विद मी मेजर सुनील शेट्टी हू विल टेल अस क्या-क्या आगे पोटेंशियल है। पहले तो सर नमस्कार, वेलकम टू द शो।
Thank you, Ajit. Thank you very much. Namaskar to you and to your viewers. Uh, am I
तो
audible,
सर
Adi?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. So
Yeah.
what is the opportunity Africa has and अभी जो recently G20 की भी मीटिंग हुई है, what do you think where do you think that we are kind of working towards, sir?
So, एक चीज है आदि कि वो कहते हैं ना कि इंडिया हैज अ इंडिया एंड अफ्रीका आर हैव डीप रिलेशंस, राइट?
Hmm.
पहले से. But it's not about relationship anymore. We are talking about, we've been talking about shared history. But I think what Modi government जी कर रहे हैं वो ये है कि we are talking about now कि shared future. फ्रॉम शेयर्ड हिस्ट्री टू शेयर्ड फ्यूचर, दैट्स वेयर वी आर राइट नाउ गोइंग टुवर्ड्स. लेकिन एक अच्छी बात जो है कि पिछले मतलब जब से भी इंडिया हैज बीन इंडिपेंडेंट, वी हैव बीन ऑलवेज हैड फोकस रहा है हमारा अफ्रीका पे, हमने कभी छोड़ा नहीं है उसको, irrespective of what's happening across the world. It has been in our sight as Africa, right? The whole continent. So to understand कि क्या हम कर रहे हैं उधर और क्यों कर रहे हैं, we have to understand the following. First, अगर आप देखो अफ्रीका को एज अ कॉन्टिनेंट, देयर आर 55 ऑड कंट्रीज. इनको अगर आप टोटल करो एज वन मार्केट, अगर आप सोचो तो दे यू आर ऑलमोस्ट लुकिंग एट equivalent to India, right? It's got a population, it's about 1.2, 1.3 billion population, close to us. And then there are 54, 55 countries. इनका GDP is about 3.4 trillion. इंडिया का 3.9 to 4 trillion. तो
Hmm.
आप सोचो कि अगर हम उनके क्लोज आते हैं, विच वी ऑलरेडी आर, शेयर्ड हिस्ट्री जो मैं बात कर रहा था, और अगर हम शेयर्ड फ्यूचर उनको दिखा पाए, यू आर एडिंग अनदर इंडिया इनटू योर बास्केट. Just think of those numbers. 1.3 billion population, their GDP is 3.4 trillion together, the whole continent. That means that much consumption, right? Utne people are going to consume also what you produce. बट इधर किया 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 वेरी स्मार्ट. देखो अफ्रीका को अगर आप सोचो, हाउ नाउ वी आर राइट नाउ द थर्ड बिगेस्ट ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर आफ्टर ईयू एंड चाइना. हम सबको पता है कि व्हाट द यूरोपियंस हैव बीन डूइंग टू अफ्रीका, अभी से नहीं, फॉर 100+ years. वहां लूटते रहे उनको, लूट मचा हुआ है. व्हाट अफ्रीका हैज डन आल्सो वी ऑल नो, सॉरी, व्हाट चाइना आल्सो हैज डन टू अफ्रीका वी नो, right? It has been one sided deals where the population did not know what's happening. जो पावर में बैठे थे उनको पता था कि क्या हो रहा है, पैसा आ रहा है और पैसा जा, मतलब पैसा एक तरफ आ रहा है और माल जरूर जरूर जा रहा है. अफ्रीका वाज ट्रीटेड एज अ रॉ मटेरियल सोर्स, कि भैया जाओ खुदाई करो, अपना सामान निकालो और जाओ. उसके बाद में किसी को पता नहीं कि पैसा किसके पास जा रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट अफ्रीका वाज ऑल अबाउट, राइट? नाउ इंडिया, भारत इज चेंजिंग दैट गेम. पहली बात हम कह रहे हैं कि भैया ट्रांसपेरेंसी, what we bring in is transparency. सबको पता होना चाहिए कि मतलब especially the common people, right? I think this is the underlying theme wherever Bharat has interacted. कि चाहे वो अफगानिस्तान हो, चाहे हम श्रीलंका में करें, the common people have to know what's happening, right? It is not opaque there. So that's the first part. The second part is wherever we go, हम उसमें एक वैल्यू, लोकल वैल्यू एडिशन करते हैं. हम ये नहीं करते जैसे चाइना करता है कि हम एक रोड बनाएंगे, जैसे उन्होंने पाकिस्तान में किया था, राइट? कि रोड बनाएंगे, वर्कर पूरे हमारे आएंगे, हम किसी को ट्रेन नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है, कर्जा आपके सर पे है. वी डोंट डू दैट, वी डू वैल्यू एडिशन. हम जब जाते हैं कहीं तो हम देखते हैं कि लोकल रिसोर्स को लेकर हम कैसे उसको वैल्यू ऐड करेंगे एक मार्केट के अंदर, चाहे वो थ्रू ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, थ्रू लोकल रिसोर्स. वैल्यू ऐड में क्या है कि आप ऐसा नहीं करो कि आपने जस्ट माल उठाया, रॉ मटेरियल, उसको लेके इंडिया आ गए. हम कह रहे हैं उसको हम वाटर एट सम लेवल ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग हम लोकल में कर सकते हैं क्या? ऑब्वियसली दैट मींस व्हाट? जॉब्स क्रिएशन, लोकल इकोनॉमी गेट्स बिल्ट. And most important of all this is the local population starts respecting you and start looking at you as कि somebody who's partnered with you. ये नहीं कि बस लुटेरे आए हुए और लूट के लेके जा रहे हैं माल, right? So that's the second part. What in what as we are trying to do here. The other is, we are also interested in how to ensure that environment is not impacted. सबको पता है कि चाइना एंड यूरोप, दे हैव नेवर बॉदर्ड अबाउट अफ्रीकन African climate, what impact it does, right, on the climate. But हमारा ऐसा नहीं है कि we are very very conscious about environmental impact. हम मतलब इंडिया में तो कर ही रहे हैं, बाहर भी हम जब जाते हैं, मैंने मतलब I've seen very closely when we did it in Afghanistan also, कि environmental impact is part of our strategy. It's not something which is not forgotten, right? So now when you see all this, then you see what we are doing at that place, right? So अगर आप ट्रेड को देखो तो हम we are almost touching $100 billion. We rather crossed it, and this is Adi double than what it was in 2019, from 56 to we are now, $100 billion, which is a huge number, right? So we are number 3 as a trading partner after EU and China. So what is that we are doing here? We want हमारे industries को support करने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? सबसे बड़ा is critical mineral which is there in Africa, right? In important countries like Zambia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Tanzania, these guys have got something that our EV industry needs. Our chip design, chip manufacturing में हमें चाहिए होगा, right? तो we are looking at that, right? We are looking at how we can get these from these places, not just get raw material and send it to India. We are saying raw material लेंगे, local में उसको एक level तक process करेंगे, then we send that product to India for further process or further utility of that. So this is the other part. The third part is which the world by now knows कि हमारा जो digital infrastructure हमने create किया है, whether it is UPI, whether it is Aadhaar, right? हम कह रहे हैं भैया हम आपको support करेंगे by offering these things to you, so that आपका local governance ठीक हो जाए. आपके यहाँ जो challenges है वहाँ भी तो यही सब challenge हैं कि भाई पैसा ऊपर से आता नीचे तक जाता नहीं है. वो पुराना वाला जो बार बार कहते हैं ना, राजीव गांधी को जो कोट करते हैं, 1 रुपया निकलता है और फिर वो कितना 12 पैसा है, 13 पैसा कुछ पहुंचता है नीचे तक. So we want to, that has been there everywhere, right? That problem has been there in all third world countries, developing countries में. So we are saying, okay, use our digital infrastructure to create that visibility, transparency across कि किधर क्या हो रहा है, right? And last but not the least, Adi, like they've created, Africa has come together as a continent to create something called African Continental Trade Free Trade Area,
Trading. Yeah.
right? Free trade area. इसमें I think about 54 countries out of the 55 have agreed to it, which means जो मैं कह रहा था figures आपको, अब आप जब अफ्रीका से ट्रेड करते हो तो you're trading as as a one entity which has 1.3 billion people, जिसका जीडीपी आपका 3.4 ट्रिलियन है, and they have अगर आप कोबाल्ट में देखो तो आई थिंक दे हैव अबाउट 80% प्लस परसेंटेज ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिजर्व्स. सो जो हमें चाहिए, चाहे वो लिथियम हो, कोबाल्ट हो, निकल हो, whatever we need, graphite, it is there. And I think this all lines up to what we have been working on. I think we have something called National Mineral Mission something, 2025, which is where we had made a roadmap कि इंडिया, भारत को इंडिपेंडेंट बनना है. We don't want one source जहां से material आए या mineral आए. We don't get tied ourselves down to one nation or one zone. We want diversity. So that is what the whole concept is here. And yeah, over to you.
So my point about Africa is very interesting. Very simple. Is that is a place where there is a great power battle happening. अभी यहाँ पर अमेरिका भी घुसा हुआ है, चाइना भी घुसा हुआ है, रशिया भी घुसे हुए हैं, हम बीच में घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So there's a huge amount of this global battle which is taking place in Africa इस time पे. And इस हिसाब से अगर आप देखेंगे that the main area of focus is the Sahel region, which is the center, जहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा resources हैं. You've got the gold and diamonds and the oil and everything like that. How do you see the Islamism as a big factor in Africa going forward, sir? क्योंकि जहाँ पर भी कुछ डेवलपमेंट की बात आती है वहां पर ये जिहादी पहुंच जाते हैं. And to my mind, this was done purposefully. So, what do you think, sir?
I'll give you an example of Sudan, because I lived there, right? South Sudan was a Christian. When they divided, North was North Sudan was basically Muslim dominated, and South was Christian dominated, right? And when I was there for about a year, close to a year, it was really building up, right? This whole place was coming up, a lot of investments, people coming in, and even our Indian diaspora was quite a good was there. Hua kya? North South interfering in South, and it led to a civil war. I'm just taking one example of one nation there. जहां भी ये रहेंगे इन्होंने क्रिएट वही करना है. They are going to create, chaos. And and worst part is, we are now luckily post 2014 we are able to identify where the problems are. We know the वो जो शत्रु बोध हम कह रहे हैं, भी हमें शत्रु बोध का ज्ञात हो गया, बट इनके लिए तो अभी तक हुआ नहीं है ना, राइट? इन्हें पता नहीं है कि बिकॉज इवन इन अफ्रीका टुडे आल्सो यू कैन बाय अ मिलिट्री कमांडर by greasing him, right? You can flip a political setup. South Sudan was a decently well set up democratic sort of nation, right?
Yeah.
People had voted. They got a party in place. Still, you could buy the leaders and get them down. Get the whole nation back into conflict. Convert the whole nation into conflict zone. So when you talk about this, so there are also, again, this is not limited to just the Islamic forces. There are other forces also who are willing to put that money. So they will leverage it. They will leverage these Islamic forces to get China. Excellent example, right? China खुद नहीं जाएगा, उनमें इतना हिम्मत नहीं है, खुद जाके करेंगे. But they will put the money to ensure a system collapses. So I think it was Major General Narayan बोल रहा था ना कि there is the SCM cabal, right? I think it was when I attended 2024 Jaipur Dialogue, that is where he had made the mention of the SCM cabal, right? The secularists, the communists and the
LCM.
Muslim.
Mm.
SCM, LCM, the leftist and the leftist communists and Muslims. That's what it is. एक दूसरे को leverage करेंगे, एक दूसरे को, and there is, as long as there is money, people, as long as there is somebody ready to put the money on the table, they will fight. So I think that's what we're going to see. But given the fact some of the nations today have realized, some of the local leaders have realized कि they have seen through it. Probably that will become the the front line for this LCM cabal के साथ fight करने का, कि whether they will be able to push or these guys can be able to. So who's more stronger here? Whether the will of these leaders to get to to navigate through this challenge, or weakness of some of the leaders in these areas who will fall to these money, all these, jo bhi hoga udhar, jo bhi people are going to come forward and put the money or give them some, show them what they can benefit individually vis-a-vis the country. So I think that's where I see it's a typical case of fight between the Islamic forces used as foot soldiers, money put by somebody else, and take on a stable nation and bring it down.
When you look at, I mean, India पे थोड़ा focus करते हैं सब. When you look at East Africa, हमारा East Africa के साथ अच्छी trade rate चल रहा है. We've got some oil projects there in Mozambique and some other projects in Kenya, some other projects in Uganda and stuff like that. There is also talk about that वो जो एक India Africa corridor बनाने की बात कर रहे हैं, जिसके लिए हमने naval assets already रखे हुए हैं. That whole thing is getting secure. How do you think that is going to go forward, sir?
See, so Africa, again, it's not as easy as one thinks, right? It's not a clear cut कि हमने एक agreement sign कर दिया, हमने plan बना दिया और जाकर roll out किया. I think it was into early 2000s, if I recall correctly, when Airtel had gone and tried to set up across. I was listening to one interview, I don't know on which channel it was, the head of Airtel Africa, and he was talking about how within few weeks they had gone, signed MOUs, and they were setting up, across Africa. And fast forward, what happened? That was, I think from my understanding, one of the worst investments of Airtel in Africa. They got tied into it. Finally, I think they exited, gradually. So Africa is not easy to do business, because एक है कि local conditions are such that you have to work with local warlords कह लो उनको, या local leaders कह लो. So there are always going to be conflicting interest. India has been good at navigating this, and it is after the Taliban के साथ में जिस तरह से हमने navigate किया है recently. Now I'm very convinced that we know how to work with it. But to say that we have created something, we have got a plan that will roll out the way it is, because you think US is going to keep quiet, EU is going to keep quiet, China is going to keep quiet. They're not. They're going to finger us. They are going to come in between. They're going to create, because Africa, there are enough groups, people, conflicts that can be leveraged to go against us. I think very important to understand is we have a plan in place. How do we roll out gradually without rushing in, which is what I think has been India's diplomacy all about. gradual, take people, get them onto our side and roll out. And more importantly, I think the most important element in India's diplomacy has been हम locals को लेके चलते हैं, common man को लेके चलते हैं उसमें. So I think when we look at from all that, it will happen, time taking process. It will need a lot of investment in terms of time, not as much as about money.
Yeah. Lastly, I want to also, actually, not lastly, I have two more questions for you. When you look at Northern Africa and the advent of Russians, अभी Russians घुसे हैं वहाँ पर Libya के अंदर sir. You've got Libya में half is controlled by the so-called Al-Qaeda and the rest half is controlled by the Russians. अभी ये पता चला है कि the Russians have gone into Benghazi and created a port there and everything. And Libya is one place जहाँ पर ये जो पूरा चक्कर हुआ है अफ्रीका में जितने weapons वहाँ पर घुसे हैं, that has all happened because of Libya. तो आप ये लिबिया इजिप्ट का ये जो रीजन है this particular side of Africa, how do you see this, because the other side is kind of struggling with military takeovers and everything like that, so उसको कैसे देखते हो सर आप?
I mean, I mean, I think the jury is out there. We don't know how this will pan out.
Yeah.
But the reality is, once you have, once you have a militant element, access to weapons in a zone, nobody knows where it goes, right? Think of what happened in Kurdistan, in North Africa, sorry, North Iraq, right? The moment they came up, Mosul, everything started collapsing. So what I have seen is, it doesn't matter where you are. I think nobody can predict unless we know there is a game plan behind, somebody is playing. Usko aapko to even to say where it will go out. But yes, the fact remains, all these will destabilize the region. That is given. आज नहीं होगा, कल होगा, कल नहीं होगा, परसों होगा, because there are enough people, enough interests which are ready to leverage this position. I think the Russians never left even after the whole thing fell, right? They were there, they were sitting there. But then the point is, how will you leverage it? Who will leverage it? At what point they will leverage it? Because it's all about today, whether it is Africa, whether you're looking at, Afghanistan, Pakistan, it's all about when do you leverage. You have that in your hand, when do you leverage? But my understanding is it will be used at a time when it is most appropriate to them, to the different forces, right? Conflicting interest.
When you interest तो बड़ा अफ्रीका में इंटरेस्ट का तो है ही है, सबका इंटरेस्ट है ही सर. Now specifically China, how do you see China's game going forward? क्योंकि एक एक्सपोजर तो हुआ है with countries like Angola, जहाँ पर एक टाइम पे 5-7 लाख चाइनीज होते थे, आज सबको भगा दिया वहां से. जाम्बिया के अंदर इश्यूज शुरू हो चुके हैं, जिम्बाब्वे में इश्यूज शुरू हो चुके हैं. So how do you see the Chinese position in Africa, sir?
I think one of the biggest thing we did as a nation is flag China, right? We flagged them. Actually, क्या दो चीज था, right? कि सबको पता था, but no one had the courage to take on China. Now, what I mean by that, I'm not talking militarily. इनका जो road and belt initiative था, all the commentators knew it. The Western, I'm talking about the Western ones, right? But nobody had the courage to flag it. It was India, it's Bharat, which first time said, hey guys, this is a trap. They're putting you in a trap. And when we said, I think it was 2015, 16, when we said, we are not attending it in China. And if you go back and trace all this commentary, all of a sudden exploded at that time. Everybody started looking into it, said, hey, what's happening here? No. So, कहने का मतलब ये है कि चाइना को एक्सपोज किया, उनका जो the trap that they were creating was exposed by us. Now, even in Africa, what Chinese were doing was, again, it was our thing. We kept talking about it. We obviously India ये नहीं करता कि हम न्यू दिल्ली से हम नहीं बात करते हैं इसके बारे में, right? हमें पता है उसको कैसे strategically place करना है उस information को. So what is going to happen in Africa? Already the African nations, as the world also knows what Chinese are all about. ठीक है, अब तो पाकिस्तान भी समझ गया है. Forget of okay, Himalaya से बड़ा ऊंची दोस्ती and deeper than the ocean, the friendship. Those friends also know where they stand with China. So कहने का मतलब है कि अफ्रीका में the African nations know what China is all about. I think आने वाले टाइम में India is going to make more headway into Africa. हमें because of जो हम, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि ये हम लोग ने जो 4 सिस्टम बना के हम एंगेज कर रहे हैं अफ्रीका के साथ में, जिसमें हम लोकल्स को स्किल भी करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे लिए वो फ्यूचर इन्वेस्टमेंट है. मतलब अफ्रीकन यूथ will become what Indian youth became in 2000s to Europe and America. Skilled human resource. देखिए आदि क्या होने वाला है, आने वाले टाइम में हमारे लोग स्किलिंग में विल ग्रेजुएट अप, राइट? हमें लोअर लेवल का स्किल्स फोर्स चाहिए होगा, कहां से आएगा? इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग ओनली फ्रॉम अफ्रीका. तो अफ्रीका विल बिकम टू इंडिया व्हाट इंडिया बिकेम टू यूरोप एंड अमेरिका इन द 2000s. So आने वाले 20 साल अफ्रीकन यूथ विल बी वर्किंग फॉर अस द वे वी वर्क फॉर द यूरोपियंस एंड अमेरिकंस. ठीक है? सो इस तरह से जिस तरह से हम जिस तरह से हमारे वी विल बी स्प्रेडिंग आवर टेंटिकल्स इन अ पॉजिटिव वे इन अफ्रीका, अक्रॉस अफ्रीका. Obviously, at whose cost it will be? It will be the cost of China, right? They will be kicked out. They will be kicked out. Obviously, मैं नहीं ये कह रहा हूँ कि रातों रात हो जाएगा. Eventually, they will have to lose ground for India. But again, इसको अगर आप read करो with what's happening in China itself. Today, is China is as strong as they were? Let's say 3 years back, they were not. Pre-COVID, they were not. I mean, the whole concept of wool diplomacy that the Chinese diplomats doing, right? आज कहाँ है वो सब? So कहीं ना कहीं China is losing ground to India. ये अफ्रीका में भी होगा, और होगा ये कि कहीं ना कहीं द चाइनीज विल हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द रियलिटी कि अब हमें इनके साथ में इन सम ऑफ दिस एरिया डज नॉट मीन इट विल बी लाइक अ रेड कार्पेट वेलकम और दे विल जस्ट मूव अवे, अनप्लग एंड मूव अवे. नहीं, हमें वो कहीं ना कहीं जगह देना शुरू करेंगे, बिकॉज उनको ये समझ आ जाए कि अब इनको निकालना मुश्किल है. क्यों निकालना मुश्किल है? क्योंकि हम लोगों ने चाइनीज की तरह वन साइडेड डील नहीं किया है, हमने लोकल को इंटीग्रेट किया है. हमने मतलब अफगानिस्तान इज एन अमेजिंग एग्जाम्पल उसके लिए मैं बोलता हूँ. क्यों? क्योंकि जब तालिबान जैसे एंटिटी को हमने ये एहसास दिला दिया कि भाई हम तो लोकल के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमें हटा नहीं सकते, तो चाइनीज क्या चीज है, राइट? मतलब आप उससे कोरिलेशन करो. तो अफ्रीका में चाइना विल हैव टू गिव स्पेस टू अस. Many places they will have to leave. The local governments, people will push them aside. We will get the space. But whether this will happen in 1 year, 10 years, we don't know. But that is what the future is all about.
Lastly, sir, Russia. It is quite an interesting player in this entire game. A lot of Africans trust Russia just like they trust us. एक पुराना रिश्ता भी है, और कहीं ना कहीं they've got that power inside Africa where कहीं ना कहीं there is there is a certain amount of innate backing that the Russians are able to give to the new setup which is coming in Africa. तो आप कैसे देखते हो उसको? And how does India and Russia work together?
So I think one अफ्रीका का एक और चीज रहा है ना कि the whole military dependency was on African Russian equipment, right? जैसे हम लोग का रहा है. So there are many things, and Russians have never like इंडिया का जो स्ट्रेटजी, हम लोग जाके वहाँ लोकल में नहीं बोलते कि ये करना है. We don't interfere. So whenever in a nation you don't interfere in their local customs, local way of doing things, unlike the Americans, the Europeans try to do it, that nation will be acceptable with the people, because people will remain. Powers may change. आपके ऊपर में leader change हो जाएंगे. The military dictators may come and go. Political parties may come and go. But people तो वहीं रहेंगे. People do not go. So people जब वहीं रहेंगे तो क्या होता है? It leads to, so the जो underlying story है, the underlying theory वो remains. As long as people remain, that nation will believe in you. So that's how Africa sees Russia. That's how Africa sees India. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा, आई थिंक लास्ट टाइम मैंने आपसे शेयर किया था, जुबा से 60 किलोमीटर अवे बॉलीवुड इज नोन, एक्टर सुनील शेट्टी इज नोन, राइट? तो रशियंस आल्सो हैव अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ एन इंपैक्ट इन अफ्रीका. सो ऑफ देन आपके दो अच्छे दोस्त जिनके साथ में आपका अच्छा रिलेशनशिप है, दोस टू नेशंस कम टुगेदर एंड वर्क इन अफ्रीका, it will be a win-win for everyone. It's win-win for Africa, win for India, win for Russia. So जो मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरह से आगे आने वाले टाइम में होगा, if India and Russia decide to work together for the global south, जैसे हम लोग करते आ रहे हैं, उसमें Africa plays a major role. They will be welcomed in, because there is so much happening between these two nations, Russia and Bharat, that will also have an impact on what's going to happen in Russia if they decide to work together. Happen in Africa if they decide to work together.
I mean, that is a very interesting proposition. And यहाँ पर एक चीज और दिखती है, sir, if I may, that the Russians also know they can do the the security part of it, but the Russian delivery of projects has been quite abysmal. They've
They were
not
not
been
known
able.
for it, na. They were not.
They
They are not. So that is where we come in play, right?
Yeah.
We
So
can
there
take,
is yeah.
we can roll out the infrastructure, whether it is digital infrastructure, physical infrastructure, right? अगर हम जरान्स पे रोड बना सकते हैं तो हम सब अफ्रीका में कहीं भी बना सकते हैं. With all the given security threats we had in Afghanistan, we can do
Hmm.
it in Africa, right?
Yeah.
और अच्छा अफ्रीका का एक और चीज है, हमारे सबसे ज्यादा जितना मुझे पता है आर द लार्जेस्ट नंबर ऑफ डिप्लॉयमेंट ऑफ आवर पीस कीपिंग ट्रूप्स वर इन अफ्रीका,
Yeah. So we know
right?
Africa, as a
We
matter of
know
fact,
Africa, we know Africa very well. So और सबसे अच्छी बात ये है, I had visited one of our Indian deployments in South Sudan, and see, our people wherever we go, हम लोकल के साथ में बहुत तगड़ा अपना वो रिलेशनशिप बना लेते हैं. सो अगर आप ये सोच के चलो पिछले 50-60 साल में अगर हमारे ट्रूप्स गए हैं अफ्रीका के अलग अलग जगह पर, ठीक है, दे हैव बीन एम्बेसडर्स, उन लोगों ने बहुत तगड़ा लोकल वो बनाया है, राइट? सो जब हम कोई काम करने जा रहे हैं, हमारी कंपनी जब जाएंगी उधर, व्हेन दे वांट टू रोल आउट अ प्रोजेक्ट, इट विल नॉट बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू फाइंड पीपल की जो हमारे साथ काम करने को तैयार है, चाहे वो लोकल बिजनेसमैन क्यों ना हो, स्मॉल टाइम ट्रेडर क्यों ना हो, चाहे कम्युनिटी क्यों ना हो, क्योंकि हम लोग को पता है कैसे काम करना है इन सिचुएशंस में. सो इंडिया डूइंग द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, चाहे वो डिजिटल हो, फिजिकल हो, एंड रशियन सिक्योरिंग, providing the security, I think it's a great combination.
On that note, sir, thank you so much, sir. This has been a very educative interview, and as a matter of fact, we should do these little things more often so that we can cover a vast array of things. Thank you so
And
much.
definitely those which are not covered by the mainstream media.
I
Thank
know
you, Adi,
that's
because
the thing.
because mainstream media does not do it, and you doing it, which is really good, because India is not just हमारे सबकॉन्टिनेंट नेबर्स.
हाँ, बहुत कुछ है
अगर
सर.
अगर हम भारत की बात कर रहे हैं, आने वाले 20-25 साल की बात करें, 2047 की बात करें, तो वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द होल वेयर वी स्टैंड अक्रॉस द ग्लोब, and global south is becoming very critical. So I think we should focus on that.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you, Adi. Thank you. Namaskar.
And to the audience, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and of course support the channel as you can. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.